The office was able to identify when the GRU, operating through its personas Gruchifer 2.0 and DC Leaks, transferred some of the stolen documents to WikiLeaks through online archives set up by the GRU. Assange had access to the internet from the Ecuadorian embassy in London, England. Investigative technique, redacted. On July 14, 2016, GRU officers used a Gruchifer 2.0 email account to send WikiLeaks an email bearing the subject Big Archive and the message A New Attempt, in quotes. The email contained an encrypted attachment with the name WKDNC link 1.txt.gpg. Using the Guccifer 2.0 Twitter account, GRU officers sent WikiLeaks an encrypted file and instructions on how to open it. On July 18, 2016, WikiLeaks confirmed in a direct message to the Guccifer 2.0 account that it had the IGB or SO archive and would make a release of the stolen documents this week. On July 22, 2016, WikiLeaks released over 20,000 emails and other documents stolen from the DNC computer networks. The Democratic National Convention began 3 days later. Similar communications occurred between WikiLeaks and the GRU-operated persona DC Leaks. On September 15, 2016, @DC Leaks wrote to @WikiLeaks, "Hi there, I'm from DC Leaks. How could we discuss some submission-related issues? I'm trying to reach out to you via your secured chat but getting no response. I've got something that might interest you. You won't be disappointed, I promise." The WikiLeaks account responded, "Hi there," without further elaboration. The @DCLeaks_ account did not respond immediately. The same day, the Twitter account @Guccifer_2 sent @DCLeaks_ a direct message, which is the first known contact between the personas. During the subsequent communications, the investigative technique redacted. Guccifer 2.0 persona informed DC Leaks that WikiLeaks was trying to contact DC Leaks and arrange for a way to speak through encrypted emails. An analysis of the metadata collected from the WikiLeaks site revealed that the stolen Podesta emails show a creation date of September 9, 2016. Based on information about Assange's computer and its possible operating system, this date may be when the GRU staged the stolen Podesta emails for transfer to WikiLeaks, as the GRU had previously done in July 2016 for the DNC emails. The WikiLeaks site also released PDFs and other documents taken from Podesta that were attachments to emails in his account. These documents had a creation date of October 2, 2016, which appears to be the date the attachments were separately staged by WikiLeaks on its site. Beginning on September 20, 2016, WikiLeaks and DC Leaks resumed communications in a brief exchange. On September 22, 2016, a DC Leaks email account, dcleaksproject@gmail.com, sent an email to a WikiLeaks account with the subject submission, and the message, "Hi from DC Leaks." The email contained a PGP encrypted message with the file name wiki_mail.txt.gpg. Redacted. Investigative technique, redacted. The email, however, bears a number of similarities to the July 14, 2016 email in which GRU officers used the Guccifer 2.0 persona to give WikiLeaks access to the archive of DNC files. On September 22, 2016, the same day of DC Leaks' email to WikiLeaks, the Twitter account @DCLeaks sent a single message to @WikiLeaks with the string of characters, investigative technique, redacted. The office cannot rule out stolen documents. The office cannot rule out that stolen documents were transferred to WikiLeaks through intermediaries who visited during the summer of 2016. For example, Public reporting identified Andrew Mueller Magan as a WikiLeaks associate who may have assisted with the transfer of these stolen documents to WikiLeaks. Investigative technique redacted. Investigative technique redacted. On October 7, 2016, WikiLeaks released the first emails stolen from the Podesta email account. In total, WikiLeaks released 33 tranches of stolen emails between October 7, 2016 and November 7, 2016. The release includes private speeches given by Clinton, internal communications between Podesta and other high-ranking members of the Clinton campaign, and correspondence related to the Clinton Foundation. In total, WikiLeaks released over 50,000 documents stolen from Podesta's personal email account. The last in-time email released from Podesta's account was dated March 21st, 2016, 2 days after Podesta received a spear-phishing email sent by the GRU. D. WikiLeaks statements dissembling about the source of stolen materials. As reports attributing the DNC and DCCC hacks to the Russian government emerged, WikiLeaks and Assange made several public statements apparently designed to obscure the source of the materials that WikiLeaks was releasing. The file transfer evidence described above and other information uncovered during the investigation discredit WikiLeaks' claims about the source of material that it posted. Beginning in the summer of 2016, Assange and WikiLeaks made a number of statements about Seth Rich, a former DNC staff member who was killed in July 2016. The statements about Rich implied falsely that he had been the source of the stolen DNC emails. On August 9, 2016, the @WikiLeaks Twitter account posted, "Announce, WikiLeaks has decided to issue a US $20,000 reward for information leading to conviction of the murder of DNC staffer Seth Rich." Likewise, on August 25, 2016, Assange was asked in an interview, "Why are you so interested in Seth Rich's killer?" and responded, "We are very interested in anything that might be a threat to alleged WikiLeaks sources." The interviewer responded to Assange's statement by commenting, "I know you don't want to reveal your source, but it certainly sounds like you're suggesting a man whose leaked information to WikiLeaks was then murdered." Assange replied, "If there's someone who is potentially connected to our publication and that person has been murdered in suspicious investigative technique redacted, personal privacy redacted, personal privacy redacted. In suspicious circumstances, it doesn't necessarily mean that the two are connected, but it is a very serious matter. That type of allegation is very serious as it's taken very seriously by us." After the US intelligence community publicly announced its assessment that Russia was behind the hacking operation, Assange continued to deny that the Clinton materials released by WikiLeaks had come from Russian hacking. According to media reports, Assange told a US congressman that the DNC hack was an inside job and purported to have physical proof that Russians did not give materials to Assange. C. Additional GRU cyber operations. While releasing the stolen materials and documents through DC Leaks, Guccifer 2.0, and WikiLeaks, GRU officers continued to target and hack victims linked to the Democratic campaign and eventually to target entities responsible for election administration in several states. 1. Summer and fall 2016 operations targeting Democrat-linked victims. On July 27, 2016, Unit 26165 targeted email accounts connected to candidate Clinton's personal office, redacted PP. Earlier that day, candidate Trump made public statements that included the following: "Russia, if you are listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing. I think you will probably be rewarded mightily by our press." The 30,000 emails were apparently a reference to the emails described in media accounts as having been stored on a personal server that candidate Clinton had used while serving as Secretary of State. Within approximately 5 hours of Trump's statement, GRU officers targeted for the first time Clinton's personal office. After candidate Trump's remarks, Unit 26165 created and sent malicious links targeting 15 email accounts at the domain redacted pp, including an email account belonging to Clinton aide redacted pp. The investigation did not find evidence of earlier account belonging to Clinton's aide. Oh, excuse me. Let me restart that one. The investigation did not find evidence of earlier GRU attempts to compromise accounts hosted on this domain. It is unclear how the GRU was able to identify these email accounts, which were not public. Unit 26165 officers also hacked into a DNC account hosted on a cloud computing service, redacted personal privacy. On September 20th, 2016, the GRU began to generate copies of the DNC data using redacted pp function designed to allow users to produce backups of databases, referred to redacted pp as snapshots. The GRU then stole those snapshots by moving them to redacted pp account that they controlled. From there, the copies were moved to GRU-controlled computers. The GRU stole approximately 300 gigabytes of data from the DNC cloud-based account. 2. Intrusions targeting the administration of U.S. election. In addition to targeting individuals involved in the Clinton campaign, GRU officers also targeted individuals and entities involved in the administration of the elections. Victims included U.S. state and local entities such as state boards of elections, SBOEs, secretaries of state and county governments, as well as individuals who worked for those entities. The GRU also targeted private technology firms responsible for manufacturing and administering election-related software and hardware such as voter registration software and electronic polling stations. The GRU continued to target these victims through the elections in November 2016. While the investigation identified evidence that the GRU targeted these individuals and entities, the office did not investigate further. The office did not, for instance, obtain or examine servers or other relevant items belonging to these victims. The office understands that the FBI, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, and the states have separately investigated that activity. By at least the summer of 2016, GRU officers sought access to state and local computer networks by exploiting known software vulnerabilities on websites of state and local governmental entities. GRU officers, for example, targeted state and local databases of registered voters using a technique known as SQL injection, by which malicious code was sent to the state or local website in order to run commands, such as exfiltrating the database contents. In one instance, in approximately June 2016, the GRU compromised the computer network of the Illinois State Board of Elections by exploiting a vulnerability in the SBOE's website. The GRU then gained access to a database containing information on millions of registered Illinois voters and extracted data related to thousands of U.S. voters before the malicious activity was identified. GRU officers, investigative technique redacted, scanned state and local websites for vulnerabilities. For example, over a 2-day period in July 2016, GRU officers, investigative technique redacted, for vulnerabilities on websites for more than 24 states. Investigative technique redacted. Investigative technique redacted. Similar for investigative technique redacted for vulnerabilities continued through the election. Unit 74455 also sent spear phishing emails to public officials involved in election administration and personnel at companies involved in voting technology. In August 2016, GRU officers targeted employees of PP Redacted, a voting technology company that developed software used by numerous U.S. counties to manage voter polls and installed malware on the company network. Similarly, in November 2016, the GRU sent spear phishing emails to over 120 email accounts used by Florida county officials responsible for administering the 2016 election. The spear phishing emails contained an attached Word document coded with malicious software, commonly referred to as a Trojan, that permitted the GRU to access the infected computer. The FBI was separately responsible for this investigation. We understand the FBI believes that this operation enabled the GRU to gain access to the network of at least one Florida county government. The office did not independently verify that belief and, as explained above, did not undertake the investigative steps that would have been necessary to do so. D. Trump campaign and the dissemination of hacked materials. The Trump campaign showed interest in WikiLeaks' release of hacked materials throughout the summer and fall of 2016. Redacted, harm to ongoing matter. 1. HOM, harm to ongoing matter, redacted. Harm to ongoing matter, redacted. That's that much. And then, let's see. B, contacts with the campaign about WikiLeaks. Redacted, harm to ongoing matter. On June 12, 2016, Assange claimed in a television interview to have emails relating to Hillary Clinton which are pending publication, but provided no additional context. In debriefing with the office, former Deputy Campaign Chairman Rick Gates said that redacted, harm to ongoing matter. Gates recalled candidate Trump being generally frustrated that the Clinton emails had not been found. Paul Manafort, who would later become campaign chairman, redacted, harm to ongoing matter. Redacted, harm to ongoing matter. Michael Cohen, former executive vice president of the Trump Organization and special counsel to Donald J. Trump, told the office that he recalled an incident in which he was in candidate Trump's office in Trump Tower, redacted, harm to ongoing matter. Cohen further told the office that after WikiLeaks' subsequent release of stolen DNC emails in July 2016, candidate Trump said to Cohen something to the effect of redacted, harm to ongoing matter. Redacted, harm to ongoing matter. According to Gates, Manafort expressed excitement about the release, redacted, harm to ongoing matter. Manafort, for his part, told the office that shortly after WikiLeaks' July 22nd release, Manafort also spoke with candidate Trump, redacted, harm to ongoing matter. Manafort also, redacted, harm to ongoing matter, wanted to be kept apprised of any redacted, harm to ongoing matter for the rest of the lower half of the page. Developments with WikiLeaks, and separately told Gates to keep in touch, redacted, harm to ongoing matter, about future WikiLeaks releases. According to Gates, by the late summer of 2016, the Trump campaign was planning a press strategy, a communications campaign, and messaging based on the possible release of Clinton emails by WikiLeaks. Redacted, harm to ongoing matter, harm to ongoing matter, harm to ongoing matter, while Trump and Gates were driving to LaGuardia Airport. Redacted, harm to ongoing matter. Shortly after the call, candidate Trump told Gates that more releases of damaging information would be coming. Redacted, harm to ongoing matter. Redacted, harm to ongoing matter. Redacted, harm to ongoing matter. Corsi is an author who holds doctorate in political holds a doctorate in political science. In 2016, Corsi also worked for the media outlet WorldNet Daily, WND. Redacted harm to ongoing matter. Redacted grand jury. Redacted harm to ongoing matter. 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 Corsi told the office during interviews that he must have previously discussed Assange with Mueller. Redacted harm to ongoing matter. Redacted grand jury. According to Malik, Corsi asked him to put Corsi in touch with Assange, whom Corsi wished to interview. Malik recalled that Corsi also suggested that individuals in the orbit of UK politician Nigel Farage might be able to contact Assange and asked if Malik knew them. Malik told Corsi that he would think about the request, but made no actual attempt to connect Corsi with Assange. Redacted harm to ongoing matter. Rest of the page. Malik stated to investigators that beginning in or about August 2016, he and Corsi had multiple FaceTime discussions about WikiLeaks, redacted harm to ongoing matter, had made a connection to Assange, and that he hacked emails of John Podesta, and that the hacked emails of John Podesta would be released prior to Election Day and would be helpful to the Trump campaign. In one conversation in or around August or September 2016, Corsi told Malik that the release of the Podesta emails was coming, after which we were going to be in the driver's seat. Redacted harm to ongoing matter. 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 The end.